In the shadow of the Golden Dome, not far from the Word of Life mural that some refer to as Touchdown Jesus, two programs that when they get together, the drama is high. Miami comes into South Bend to take on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame in a rematch of what was a thriller a season ago. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. For more on this matchup, let's go down to Holly Road.
I don't need to tell you how crucial this matchup is with Miami and Notre Dame. This is the matchup that helped to decide the bracket last year. As you know, the committee was weighing who was the better team, Notre Dame or Miami. You better believe Notre Dame has some revenge on their mind as they were left out of the college football playoff last season, and Miami went on a run to the national championship game. A lot of drama here in this top 25 matchup. This should be epic. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Canes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. He stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. Run inside. It's Williams. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. Here comes the hurry up.
Well, they came into this game wanting to demoralize this defense by running the football. And here you see on the opening drive of the game, 3rd down. Defense was expecting run. They just ran it down their throat. They got that first down easily.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Complete on the left to Williams. Here's a little room there. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Tempo in overdrive.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Quarterback making adjustments. Throwing, Carr. That's reeled in, it's Young. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And after that last completion, left them with just a yard or so to go for a first down. How will they attack on 2nd and short? And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Williams. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Here's Carr to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. He might want another play.
Q. Return. Level. Go.
They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Turning on the Jets. Sees him in open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
And this is why I love sudden change situations. When you get a turnover, oftentimes coordinators like to take a shot right away. The defense is back out on the field. They're trying to communicate. Sometimes they're discombobulated. They're sleepwalking a little bit, and the offense takes advantage, taking a shot and coming up with an explosive play.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Pringle. Maybe some room here. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
It's the one thing this offensive coordinator always stresses is having balance in the offense. First play you throw it, get a nice one. Second play you run it and get another nice one. And this defense is totally on their heels. They literally just got on the field. We're approaching the 3rd play of the drive, and already this defense finds themselves in their own red zone.
The Hurricanes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Let's see what he can do with the return. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Motion from the back. Carr makes the grab. It's Mobley. Makes the grab and room to run. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Well, it's a really nice job by the quarterback that time, working through his progressions because the running back was not the primary target on that play. You find the check down, though, and when you get it to that guy, if he's even got a little bit of room, he's got the wiggle and the speed, and he's going to make something really positive happen. He did right there.
Gets the back moving. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Under fire. And it's a sack.
And that is just what this defense needed. Nice job getting upfield, getting after the quarterback, putting that last play behind him. Big gain, so what? Great job being dialed in on first down to the pass and getting the sack.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Quarterback making checks. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Just couldn't quite hook up on that last pass play. Now it's third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down to the 49. That is well short of the first down. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Caught in the backfield. It's Pringle. Gain of right at 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. On the run, it's Pringle. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. Here's Mensah to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
signals for a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Mensah zings it complete to the right. At midfield, he's got room. Into the secondary on the right. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Well, you saw him there, shot out of a cannon. He came off the edge using his speed, able to get that TFL.
And usually known for covering, but you got to understand circumstances, right? Like the red zone situations, I got to be able to come out of that defensive backfield and play the run game, and he did quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Throwing, Mensah. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The run inside. It's Pringle.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Compton. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And it slips just inside that right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've
caught, and he's got room. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Carr. He rifles one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Notre Dame right back to the line. trying to impose their will with the run. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He wants to change this route. Fourth down, Carr. Moving out to the right. Got his man. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Here's Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. The Hurricanes will call their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Dances away to buy time. Fires into the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Might be calling a hot route. Carr. Oh, they're after him. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Look, got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the 2nd quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the 2nd half.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On the direct snap, it's Pringle. Doesn't find any room whatsoever here late in the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Conner.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. And we start with the NC State Wolfpack taking on the number 17 team, the Duke Blue Devils. And it's NC State in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Second down coming up. Caught in the backfield, it's Lofton. Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Vaughn. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
The Canes are moving quickly down the field. Running inside, it's Pringle. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Might as well stick with him. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Bringing the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
That is no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Back to throw, it's Carr. Looking to the big tight end. That's caught, it's Flanagan. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Ready to fire from the pistol.
Here we go. Ready, go.
On the ground, it's Mobley. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Wants to adjust the pattern.
Booster. Chip. Rock. Ready, go.
Throwing, Carr. Fires deep toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Finds his man. It's Pringle. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Makes the grab in their space. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Laterals it back. Got him, and nobody's close. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Miami. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David, when the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Carr to throw. Under fire. Puts it out of the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Got the quick pass. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Making side adjustments here. Carr. Here's a heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. He's taking the shot. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. The run inside. It's Compton. Got enough for the first. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll try the run. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's got it again. Might have a chance. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Canes. And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Young. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
95-96 bridge. 95-96 bridge. Ready, go.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Notre Dame right back to the line. The offense changing the play.
Level. Right. Sweep. Go.
Carr from the gun on third down. Stepping to the right. He'll try to do it himself. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And this offense, man, it's just been one of those days. And they're not going to want to watch the tape, but they haven't put up a bunch of points. They're getting scored on a lot. It's one of those days you want to forget, and adding a drop to the tally is just the cherry on the sundae.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
From the gun on third down, Carr throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
That Miami offense back onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Here's Mensah to throw. That's caught. It's Pringle.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Fletcher. Maybe a crease. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense wants to bring the heat. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Got it, looking for the first down. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Canes will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Here come the Irish back on offense. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15.
Ready, go!
Throwing, Carr. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on.
No chance to run, but they still move it forward. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. A little release to the back. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They're moving quickly after that big 4th down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. To the air again, Carr. And the pass rush. He is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. Run inside. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Got his man in the middle. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. So Miami signals for a timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. 4th down, Carr. How about that tackle to stop him short on 4th down?
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Looking for room. It's Pringle. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.